Can everybody hear me? This is the one time when I forget to do it because it's technically not a show, so I don't think of it that way. And if this was an actual workshop, well, it's an actual work. If this was a live workshop in a room, I wouldn't allow anyone to watch it.
Yeah.
So normally that sort of thing is closed. Okay. So first, let me ask you, each of you, what to name just one talent that you think is involved. I hear a lot of chatter. I hear a lot of back chatter. If someone has earbuds and can put them in, that would be very helpful. I don't know where it's coming from.
Let's try muting.
Yeah. Well, if you mute everybody, then it doesn't really help.
Mic test.
Yeah. Everybody unmute, and I'll mute you.
All right, perfect.
It's a lot simpler. Okay. It's really hard to tell.
Well, if we keep on talking, I guess it will pop up.
Yeah. It's so weird. It seems to be coming from everywhere. So there's nothing I can do. Just have to live with it.
There.
What?
I heard it again.
Yes. Yeah, me too. This is why I don't hit record. This is exactly what I don't want to record. Seriously. Hey, let's check out what this guy does. Apparently,
this is.
I just muted you, so don't be funny. All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sounds good. Sort of.
Hi,
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Did I say that as well? I don't know.
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Some of it seems to be coming from Andy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you have?
It's from Andy.
Earbuds. It wasn't a hint. It was a request. There you go. Try them. It helps with the feedback because it just multiplies by 6.
You have headphones, Andy?
Mm-hmm.
Might help.
Yeah, it's kind of necessary. I mean, I wear these as a fashion statement, but not everyone does.
Oh, I don't have earbuds right now. Should I use one?
If you have some, if they're handy,
Okay.
Every it's kind of like COVID masks. Every one that is used helps everybody else. So we can get started. It's 7:43 already. We haven't done anything except hit record.
Mic test.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, I hear you. This is so weird. Where is that coming from? I can't. Seems to be coming from Fran.
Sorry, I untangled my earphones. I heard my name. What? Sorry.
I don't know. The feedback seems to be coming from your end, but.
Oh no. Like when I place the earphones?
We'll just keep going. Andy, could you unmute yourself so I can control this? Okay. All right. Oh God. Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
IT crew.
Yeah. Okay. So, everybody, name a talent that you associate with improv, or with acting, or with being on stage. Just a talent.
Do you want us to go in order, or
I don't care.
okay? Acceptance of the reality. I guess I don't know if that's a talent, but
Well, name something that you would say is a talent. If you're writing a CV, why you should be an improviser, what's a talent that somebody would have? Or a talent that you see other improvisers have? Or actors?
Observation.
Say again?
Observation.
Observation. Okay.
Comedic timing.
Comedic timing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
editing a scene.
Say that again, John.
Editing a scene.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, knowing when to edit. That's part of timing as well. What else?
Alertness.
Okay. Yeah, focus. Yeah. What else?
Is it considered finding meaning to what's happening?
Well, I mean, it's a talent that you might have, like dancing. Being able to dance well is a talent. Being able to sing is a talent. Being able to project your voice is a talent.
Okay.
Being able to move in a physical way that makes people feel a certain way is a talent, I think. Facial expressions are a talent. Being able to speak in a particular accent if you need to, those are talents, I think. The kind of things that you're kind of born with or that you get good at. I hear me again. This is
We can speak English.
Mm-hmm. That's a talent. Not too many Americans have.
The character without losing your you being yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
By the way, Andrea, you don't have to do that. It sounds great when you don't, so you don't have to worry about that. It's perfect. Okay, those are things that people are born with. I mean, if you can work on some talents and make them better. But I wrote a thing this week, and I was listening to there's a talent that no one talks about that because they don't realize it's a talent. And that talent is hard work. Being able to work hard at something is a talent. Not everybody can do it. Being able to focus yourself on a thing that you need to do and get it done and just work at it. I say that because I saw a quote from one of my, I guess not a hero, but one of my people that I really respect. Who his name is Alex Ferguson. He was the manager of Manchester United football team, soccer team, whatever you want to call it, for many years. And he said that that hard work is a talent. That someone on a team who works hard, someone who doesn't have necessarily natural talents but works hard, will always beat someone who has talent but doesn't work hard. And and what made David Beckham one of the greatest strikers of a football was not God-given talent at all. It was the fact that he got up early and worked at it and worked at it and stayed up late and worked at it and worked at it and was willing to put in the commitment to it that no one else was, which is why he was good. So eventually people say, wow, this guy was born with talent. No, he wasn't born with anything. His talent was, I need to work hard. So why do I mention this in regard to improv? I mean, basically what he was saying was that talent becomes ability only when you add work to it. Other than that, it's just theoretical. So why do I say this in terms of improv? And it's because a lot of people think they're not funny or they're not as talented as this person or that person. They don't have this or that. When it comes to improv, if you're willing to just learn some basic stuff and work at it and do it and make it part of you, you'll be great. you'll be greater than the talented people who don't work hard. And there's a lot of talented people in improv who just phone it in, who just think, I'm so talented, I just all I have to do is show up, and everyone will love what I do. But you can actually get more out of just putting the effort in. You can't necessarily do that with stand-up comedy. You can't necessarily do that with a lot of things, but with this, it seems to work. So there's nothing that whatever you think your level of excellence is in this, it's really here as long as you apply it. I'm not talented. I just work hard at it. I give a shit. So any questions about, any comments, any thoughts? And then we'll get into actually doing shit. Nothing.
Actually, that's true. Hard work really is the key. Yeah.
I think, well, it is.
Mhm.
I think so. Yeah, it's always been for me. That I would rather have it, if I was directing a troupe of improvisers, I would rather have people who you tell them this is how we're doing it, this is the thing that you need to know, these are the few little things you need to do, and they do it, rather than just show up and well, look at how funny I already am. It's like, it's not about that. It's about teamwork. And that comes from talent, from work. So for us right now, that means that you and your partner, we're going to team up into pairs. You and your partner simply need to do the things that need to be done in an improv scene. And if you do the things that need to be done, the simple, non-creative things that need to be done, check off the boxes of certain things that should be there or that could be there, then you don't need to worry about comedic timing. Because we're doing comedy, but we're not. We're doing reality more than comedy, which turns out to be funny. Comedy is not an ingredient of comedy. You know, you don't put comedy in to get comedy out. You put other stuff in, pathos or angst or paranoia or jealousy or panic or fear. You put that into a scene to get comedy out of it. If you put comedy in, what you're going to get out is processed comedy. So, any questions before we do the stuff? We're just going to do two-person scenes, and we're going to try to keep the scenes grounded. What do I mean by grounded? Someone.
Believe in your character and what you're saying.
Yes. Never do something or say something simply to get a laugh, or simply because you think it'll be weird. Whatever you say or do as an audience member, I want to believe it. The thing may be unbelievable, but if your character believes it, then I believe it. So this is about honesty. How honest are you being as an actor to your character? Or how much you're trying to be funny. That. So we're going to do just grounded scenes, short ones to start with, 2 to 3 minutes tops. Remember, there are a bunch of things you can put into your scene, such as you can speak louder, you can speak softer at any given time for no reason at all. We do all these things for no reason. Speak quicker or slower, or answer, or respond more quickly or slowly, or talk over one another for no reason but just to do it. Nearer and farther doesn't really work here, but we do repetition. Anytime something that you want to repeat something that you've said or that someone else has said, that helps. That's a good tool to use. Repetition. These are good tools. And physical and facial reactions. Silences are fine. We are building scenes. We are creating scenes, not conversations, scenes. And these scenes are scenes in a movie. And in a movie, when you're shooting a movie, you shoot a whole bunch of stuff, but then when you go to edit the movie, you cut out the stuff that is meaningless, and you edit together the stuff that's meaningful. You go, oh, let's cut right to the point where the car goes through the window. Okay, and we'll go right to the explosion, and then we'll cut right to her facial reaction. Here we can't do that. We can't edit things and go back and cut things out. So we don't put them in the first place. So we try to get right to the point. The scene that you're in is in the middle of something else. We're catching you in the middle of something. And the other person in your scene with you is someone you have known for at least 6 months. We're not here to see the minute that you met the shoe salesman. We're here to see something that two people have something at stake. Other than that, with all that stuff now, just it's in your head now, great. All you need to do is react to one another honestly. Don't worry about where it's going. Don't worry about the plot. There is none. We don't care where it's going. Even if we thought we knew where it was going, we don't want to know. Just be in the moment. Hard to do. It's hard for everybody to do for their whole lives. So it's hard to do in improv. So, but that's what we're going to do. So let's do 2-minute scenes. I'll pull everybody but 2 people out into the green room with me, and we'll watch. Okay? Good. Let's begin. Let's get. I'm going to do that. There's no rhyme or reason. Okay, I'm going to turn that off so that we don't inadvertently use our names. You go ahead whenever you're ready. I'll get out of your way.
Hey, dude.
What?
Yo, did what's this thing? What's this speaker doing here? You didn't get like one of those like Alexa things or anything, right? For the apartment.
I've been having hearing problems lately. Why aren't you touching your food?
Well, I'm more. Look, I get kind of angsty with these speakers because they can hear everything we're saying.
Can
you know
hear
that, right?
Can you hear my thoughts?
They can hear our thoughts.
What am I thinking?
What? I don't know what you're thinking. I know maybe Alexa does, but it's you're not thinking anything bad though, right? Like nothing's gonna come back on us. Like we're good, right?
I heard something from Alexa. She said you're leaving soon and leaving the house. Is that true?
Listen, I knew that was a bad idea. Look, I was gonna mention it eventually,
When was eventually?
Probably the day of, not gonna lie, and maybe even a little bit later.
And you're gonna leave me with half of the rent without someone to pay it with me?
No,
Just
yeah,
like
the whole rent. Everything was under your name. That was for a reason.
I can't afford to live to just take the rent on my own, and you're not warning me. Thank you, Alexa. Thank you, Alexa, for the truth.
Alexa, I told you all that in confidence, but hey, that's besides the point. I don't know what to say. I thought this would have been smoother. I'm not leaving for like another week. Look, listen, really, dude, like it's the way you eat, man. Like every time you eat, you expect me to eat at the same time as you. I don't understand. Like we all, and that
Scene.
too, my
scene. Nice. Very good. I like that. That was fun. Okay. That was fun. So those of you watching, what did you think? Any thoughts? Give him some
I
feedback.
like how John used the shiny object Lilith said about John eating also whenever Lilith is eating.
Mhm.
And there was one thing that John did, like he first talked to himself and then talked to Lilith again, like I know this was a bad idea. Okay, talk to Lilith again. So it adds like a layer to
Oh,
it.
cool. And anyone else see anything? Nothing?
I like how it like the scene started with Lilith eating, and then before you cut the scene, yeah, they talked about it. Like John used that as part of the motive as to why he's getting annoyed.
There you go. That's very good. Very good observation. Yes. So Lilith made an offer at the beginning of that this has something to do with eating. And what do we have here? Oh, Dolly. And yeah.
There's Sister Joy.
Maybe.
I hope she's worth the wait. She heard that, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to take that out until she's fully cooked.
Loaded.
Yes. The initial offer had something to do with eating, and he was doing the eating thing, and John also had his thing, which is fine. What's this speaker doing here? Is this Alexa? So we got two things. Why not? Somebody's in an apartment or a house or whatever eating, and someone sees Alexa. So you don't have to. If someone is eating, this is really good. You don't have to. Oh, yeah, that's really good. You can, but you can have your own thing. But don't discard it. Don't throw it away. Put it in your back pocket, and then when you need it, when you need something, that's the thing. And 2 people out of 2 noticed that, and that's cool. It made it look intentional. Anyone see anything else? Even or Lilith and John, any comments?
I'm used to starting a scene, so I just ate and see how the person would start the scene. And he didn't react to the food, but I found Alexa as a shiny object.
Exactly true. Yes, Alexa was a shiny object, and when we say here is right, she's sort of there. You there, Joy?
Joy?
Sister Joy.
I don't get it. It says I have an option of banning her permanently from the studio. Okay. She's gone. Yes. So Alexa was definitely a shiny object. And when we say shiny object, we mean that something that as the scene's going along, some little thing happens that you have to address. That's like, oh, that's interesting. That's a blip. So when that happens, you use it. That's the ping pong ball that you're now going to be batting back and forth. So yes, and of course you found a really delightful. Try again. You found a real. No, maybe it's me. It's not me. So you found a really good. Now there's audio feedback. Good Lord. So you found a delightful way to use Alexa, as in Alexa is spying on John and telling you stuff that he's planning to do. And so that's really cool, very cool use of that shiny object. It wasn't just plain old Alexa. Alexa had something to do with this. And it really integrated completely. And then with the bringing back I hate the way you eat, and then the burp, and then it was perfect. It was like, this is exactly it. I mean, here we are in the middle of a scene. We didn't need to see anything before. We didn't need to see anything after. This scene tells us everything about these two people, and what's going on in their lives. We know everything. We know a whole lot about them just from that 2 minutes, and it was funny. And it wasn't really an argument. They were discussing stuff, but it wasn't really an argument. So that was kind of cool. Any other thoughts before we move on?
I like that John brought it back to food. You said keep it in your back pocket, and he ended with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, thanks to you, man. Seriously, like, I had to come up with a reason, like, hey, why wouldn't I like that? And it's like, oh yeah, why aren't you eating with me? It's like, clearly you mentioned that like one of the first few lines, so it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to you.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, don't throw anything away. Recycle everything, and put stuff into a scene for no reason. Did you have any reason when you said something about what's this speaker doing here? Did you have any thought in your head as to where it was going to go? Of course not. And you didn't have any reason for talking about why aren't you eating with me? No reason. You didn't have a story in your head. You just took a card and played the card, and that's it. Now we're not dealing with a blank page anymore. There we go. There's a thing on the page. You know, writers would tell you that. If you're facing a blank page, if you're a screenwriter or a script writer or a novel or whatever, just type something, anything, just type something, put words on the page. So now you have something to hate other than a blank page. It's the same thing in improv. Put something there. Okay, nice job. Let's get 2 more folks in. Joy, I don't know. It's not working. You're getting the Joe Don effect now with the video.
The Joe Don effect.
Yeah.
So good.
I don't know what's happening, but contact your internet service provider to tell you. You can watch, but I can't get you in there unless there's a significant improvement. Okay, so let's move along, and gonna move people around and go. Okay, are you ready? It's taking a while, but here we go. Whenever you're ready.
So how long have you been on Tinder?
Just recently. I haven't actually been using the app for a while now. Yeah, just use it for like a month. What about you?
I've been actually I stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Why?
I it's so tiring to meet new people. That's why I'm glad that I get to see a friend now.
Yeah, I get what you mean. You know what? I actually been using Tinder just for a hookup. You know, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm super fucking tired of like relationships now. You know,
Was it that bad? It was that bad with Stephanie,
the
really?
last one,
Yeah.
yeah, it was super bad. Dude, it was super bad. Like, God, you have no idea. It was super, super damn bad. But you know what happened, right?
I don't know. You look perfect together when I see your social media.
That's all fake, man. Jesus Christ. You know, whenever we eat, she makes me take a picture of her fucking food. We get to eat 30 minutes after. Like, who does that? We go to the beach. It takes us an hour just to swim because we gotta take the perfect picture. Like, God damn it.
Ma'am, but it's because you always go for models. I
No,
mean,
dude.
even in high school, you always date the cheerleaders. You never go for, people like, I don't know.
Like you?
No, maybe. AV club members.
Okay, good. No, it's not that. It's just I don't know. It's not that I go for models. It's like it's the other way around. It's models that go for me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You
I'm
are.
kidding.
You're so poggy, ah. Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. But wait, let me ask you a question. Why have you never met a guy before? I mean, you have a pretty cool personality. I mean, and I'll be honest, you're pretty okay. You're pretty cute. I mean, just wondering. It's been a couple of years now.
I don't know. I guess they think I'm too smart or something.
Okay, I'll give you that. You are pretty smart.
And
You're pretty
I'm
smart.
not girly enough for them. I don't know. I'm usually just the friend. Like Amy, we're friends, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're friends.
Scene. I don't know if you purposely paused to give effect to that, but that was the effect. Yes, good. That was yes. That's why you pause. That's why we make pauses in when we speak in improv, because it changes the meaning of the words. Any thoughts, anybody? Little feedback?
I began to believe in love again.
Well, we can cure that.
Oh,
Anything else?
it felt very real, you know, the whole conversation. It was like it just felt, you know, nothing was weird or anything like it. Just flowed very nicely.
Okay.
These are the scenes that I would want to have a part 2 or part 3. So I know where will it lead?
Yeah. Well, we should
You're like,
leave you wanting more. Yeah.
yeah,
I
when
like
you, when
it.
you cut the scene.
What's that?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Fran.
Go,
What'd you say?
Fran. Go, Fran.
Well, I was actually just going to add to what Andy said. Like, when you cut the scene, I was like, no, I wanted to do more. I'm already invested in their characters.
Yeah. Well, that's when you cut the scene. You cut the scene when you've made the sale. So that's it. Done. Your mission accomplished. Done. But I want more. Good. And you'll come back next week and see another show.
I like the part when Andrea was saying about models, and then why don't you try the normal girls? And then Joe said, like you. And the reaction of Andrea was she was like, "Ooh."
Yeah. Yeah. The two of you, Andrea, Joe, Don, any thoughts before I jump in?
When I started with the Tinder thing, I was like, oh no, I must know this person for at least 6 months.
Yeah.
I had to turn it around.
Yeah,
So thank
you
you,
had
Joe, for getting the hint there.
Thank you
That
for
it wasn't
swiping
a
right on that
technique.
scene, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. There's a lot of personal experience there.
Okay,
Kidding,
okay.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about to
kidding,
tell
kidding.
like Joe and Andrea has like it's coming from truth.
Nah.
Truth.
Well, here's the thing that stuck out for me, and I'm going to give you 30 or 45 seconds to go back in and do something. The two of you, when you said, Jodan, it's not that I go for models go for me. To me, that's the scene. That's the character. Now, you personally don't want to play that character. Most of us guys wouldn't be that guy who's like, well, what are you talking about? Models line up for me to get out of the room. No, they. So what would happen if you played that character? You know, if that was what you did. Do you know what I'm saying? If instead of saying, oh, no, I was just kidding, that's not real. Why wouldn't it's not you, it's a character you're playing. So why would you want your character to not have something big going on? Why minimize it? So I'm going to ask you to not minimize it and go back to you seem to go for models. No, they go for me. And this time, play it. See what happens. You got 30 seconds. Oh, let me put you back in. That would help. Why can't I do this? There we go.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's not that I go for models. I think models just go for me. I have that effect, you know?
Maybe it's because of your money.
My money. It could be my money, but, you know, yeah, I have a big stash of money at home, but that's not the only thing that's big.
Sure. But
Yeah.
hey, have you ever thought of going for, I don't know, a girl who's on your level?
Dude, that's super hard to find, man. I mean,
Okay.
I'm on a 10.
Got
Are
it.
you-
Got it. Got it. Exactly. Do you see? Do you see the difference between playing it safe and not playing it safe? It was so completely different. We just wanted to eat that up. We love that scene. I can see the reactions of people in the green room. I don't know if you guys can't, but I can. I can see what people are reacting, and everybody cracked up. And I, and why don't you go for women who are on your own level? Of course, your answer is going to be, well, are there any? Of course. So that's what we're doing. We're not making stuff not happen. We're making stuff happen. So yes, absolutely, it was lovely. How did it feel, by the way?
I like it. She said models go for me, and Andrea said maybe they're just after your money.
Yeah. But Joe Don, how did it feel to do that? And Andrea, how did it feel to be in that type of a scene?
I hated him.
Good.
I hated him, but he's my friend.
Yeah. Of course. Yes. We need to have someone in the scene often that we can despise, which makes us like the other person so much better and relate to them. So that when something bad happens, oh, good. We need that. We need a villain.
Yeah. I actually like the feeling of being a douchebag now, so.
Oh, I do it all the time. I don't wait for improv. I just do it all the time. Let me tell you, that's where the fun is. Okay, that was cool. Let's get two more. That was fun. The Joe Don effect on models. That's very funny. Okay, let's move it around. And who have we got? Okay, we got this. Joy, you're still coming from another planet, so I don't know what to do, but I'll get out of your way and get rid of.
Hey girl. Hi. You know when I borrowed money from you like a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to need to borrow more.
More?
Okay. Yeah, it's like
More.
yeah, I'm like,
More?
I mean, it's not like you need more. Like, I know you have some money laying around there, so like, help a friend.
How
I
much
just
more do you need this time?
uh, maybe like I don't know, like a couple thousand, maybe 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a phone here, and then if you can sell it, maybe you can borrow the money you can sell it for.
Uh, well, you know what? I'll take anything right now. See, I mean,
Oh, I have a ref
what kind of
also. If you can sell it, you can borrow the money also.
okay, a phone, a ref.
And my house, I'm gonna sell my house. If you can sell it, you can borrow the money also.
Okay. I think we're getting off on the wrong page here. I'm not like trying to rob you of your
You gave
existence
me
or
one of
anything.
your liver. So I owe you half of my life. It's okay.
I mean, I did help you a lot in high school. I
Yeah.
mean, like you know that you graduated when I helped you out. So like maybe I'm just a little down on my luck right now, and you're well off right
It's
now.
okay.
So like,
Your liver gave me life. So I know you only have one right now, and it's okay. I wouldn't be able to live and get all these things. So if I can borrow you money, you borrow me life. We're equal.
And scene. Oh, good. Oh, good. Your liver gave me life. Okay.
I love that.
I like
addition.
that. Interesting. Okay. Any thoughts from anybody? Little reaction? Your liver gave me life. Interesting choice.
Repetition. More.
Yeah. Repeating is good.
exactly.
Mhm. Anything else? Anyone notice anything? Okay. But what about the two of you who are in it? Any
Congrats,
thoughts?
Fran. Woo!
Hey! Wait, I have a bell. Wait. Okay. I also have one of these if you screw up. So no,
Oh God, not that time.
I don't.
Not yet, anyway.
I don't. I just kicked the cat. So what do you guys think who were in it? Any thoughts?
There was a power shift. At first, I thought it was Andy was the boss, and then it turns out Fran was the boss because he gave Andy life.
Hmm. Yeah, there was a status shift in that. You would expect, just in general, you would expect, no, I'm not giving you the money. You go find it for yourself. What's the matter with you? You're not expecting, of course, you gave me your liver. Of course I'll give you money. That's not what you're expecting in an improv scene. So that's cool. Anything else? Any thoughts, Fran?
Well, so like at the start, like of course, like when I started like the scene and everything, and then when she started to get like a little bit of the angry side, I actually felt fear. Which I'm usually a neurotic person anyway, but like I felt that. So like I really found it interesting when I started to think of maybe like a guilt trip route. And then she added, the liver thing, and I was like, "Oh my god, I, I love that bit."
Yeah, me
It's
too.
like,
Well, here's the thing. You know, David Rosowski is always talking about feeling the feelings that you're feeling when you're feeling. So if you, as the actor, or you're both an actor in improv. You're an actor and a character. But in improv, you're also the writer. But you're an actor and a character. So when you, the actor, feel something, let the character feel the same thing. It's the easiest thing to do. So if you feel fear, then just go with it. If you feel anxiety, say it. If at that moment you notice in your room that the ceiling is leaking, say, "Oh my God, my ceiling is leaking." Why the hell not? It's a thing. So if you're feeling something, that's you don't have to do any thinking. Just do the feeling, and you won't have to do any thinking at all. That was fun. So here's what I'm going to do. For some reason, people wanted. I did this as an experiment last about a week ago, I'd say. I just did like a little lightning round with everybody, and I didn't originally want to do that because I felt like I was taking up people's time, but it seemed to be nice and it seemed to work. So let's do that. So in other words, I'll do a quick scene with everybody, just two person with me, just quickly, like two minutes
So
tops.
saying her net is okay now.
Are you? Is it?
Joy, audio check.
Hello, mic test.
Can I add on our scene on my scene with Fran? He's still not saying any word, and I know that he is borrowing money.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
That would be also my first line. You're borrowing money again.
Mm,
It's
okay.
magic.
Okay, I'm going to go through and we're going to do me and you one by one. So I'll just go with whatever. So I'm going to pull everybody out and put somebody back in. And let's start with you. What the hell? It winds up that way. Ready? Whenever you're ready. Well, it'll be about less than 2 minutes.
Okay, dude.
Dude.
I know that you're not the type of person
Dude.
to ask for direction. Yeah,
Dude.
Yeah.
You're calling me
Yes.
dude? You're calling me dude?
Yes.
Hey, dude.
We're
okay,
lost.
We're dudes now.
We're
huh?
lost.
We're dudes
Yeah.
now. Okay. Okay, what happened to Timothy? What happened to Timothy? I'm not Timothy anymore just because we're lost?
We're in the middle of the forest.
We're not in the
are
middle.
not
We're not in
back-
the middle. How do you know we're in the middle? We're lost. We could be near the edge. We don't know where we are.
We don't have cell reception. What's
No.
your definition of middle then?
Middle is like if you draw a line and I draw another line and it goes right through the center of the line. That's the middle. How can you ever know if you're in the middle of the forest if you don't know where you are?
Yeah, typical Timothy. Yeah, go pedantic, define things.
Oh, typical Mark. Typical Mark. Just say things. Just say things. That's how we got here in the first place. Yeah. Let's go on a trip. To where? Oh, we'll figure it out.
It's like I just wanted to live in the moment, you
You
know.
wanted
And
to
I
live in
mean,
the moment.
when I said, yeah, but not in the middle of a forest.
It's not the middle. You can't know that it's the middle unless you have.
Fine, it's the edge. It's the edge of the
equipment that
forest.
measures exactly the edge of the forest and where we are.
Wait! Don't back up! Don't back up!
What? What?
Don't back up!
Why?
Don't look around! Don't turn around!
What? Why? Don't say don't turn around,
Okay,
dude.
Okay, just like walk slowly towards me.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay.
Slowly.
I'm coming. Okay, Mark.
So
This is weird. This is weird. Why?
Okay. Now just angle a bit and see on the ground. Yeah, you almost step on that.
It's
Did you see it?
yeah. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of snake. It's some kind of a snake. Okay. It's some kind of a snake.
We're in the not middle of the forest with a snake that we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. Okay. Do you know what kind of snake it is? Can you define what kind of snake it is? Should I pick it up from the middle? From the middle? I'll pick it up from the middle. Let me show you. Wait a second. Here it is. This is the middle of the snake. That's because there's an equal amount on each side of my hand. Here. Try this.
Rattling. No.
I know, but you'll learn about middles. And scene. Okay. Okay. We'll just move along. Very, very good. Very much fun. Andy, your turn. Go ahead. They didn't have any more.
No more.
No. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you they didn't have any more.
I don't have any more.
They didn't have any more.
They didn't have any more.
They don't even stock that anymore. They don't carry it.
No.
So why'd you send me there? With a coupon. Do you know how ridiculous I feel using a coupon for something that they don't even have? Joni, I can't keep doing this.
You can.
I can't.
You can.
Empathy. I don't have any more. I'm out of stock of empathy.
I
Give me an empathy coupon.
I have
Give me a
coupons.
coupon for empathy.
I have coupons for empathy,
You would.
but they are out of stock.
Oh, no. Wait. Do you actually have
I
a
have
coupon
coupons
for
for
empathy?
happiness.
Let me see
You
it.
want happiness?
Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. It expired last month. And scene. Nice. Okay. Oh, you're up. Okay. Go whenever you're ready.
You have any prayer, brother?
No. I'm at peace. I'm at equilibrium at the moment.
You know, man is never contented by nature. That's why we need him.
Well, I'm at equilibrium right now. Okay. I'm like that.
I think last week you were like that,
Oh, I was.
right?
I'm like that now. I'm like
How did you turn it into that?
you know, if you have that, eventually it kind of turns into that, and you just leave it alone.
And it can go that.
It could. I
So
just leave it alone.
are you at the abyss now?
No, I'm at equilibrium. I'm
No,
steady.
equilibrium is a denial. You're empty.
I'm either empty or full of nothing.
You are
Depends.
nothing. You are nothing.
I am nothing.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm nothing.
because there's something.
What?
And you don't look at that something.
You're something? You think you're something?
You're a pagan.
You're a
What?
you're a bad recycler.
I don't use plastic.
If you don't use plastic, how are people ever going to sell the recycled plastic that they've collected and made into plastic things?
You were a bad Tupperware seller. Oh,
Oh,
you non-believer in
oh,
yourself?
oh. Don't
Not
mention the T word. Don't mention the T word.
Equilibrium, my ass.
Equilibrium! Scene.
Ah, Jesus help him.
Scene. That's nice. This is fun. Okay.
You are so handsome.
Well, you're very attractive in a in that way that you have. I
I can just look at you
me
the
too.
whole day.
Me too, you.
Mm.
No, me too, you.
Don't you need to go to your appointment at
Yes,
7 p.m.
I do, actually.
and then go to the grocery at 7:30
I
and then go home at 8?
Yes, I do have to go.
I know your schedule.
Yeah. Linda, I can't be here next week at all. I just wanted to let you know now. I have a thing next week. So
But you're my psychiatrist. You're supposed to be here for me every week.
it's a week off. I'm gonna not be handsome for an entire week. Okay? You're getting too attached is the problem.
I'm not attached.
You're attached. You are attached. I'm your
No.
psychiatrist. If anybody would know, I would know. And thanks for the cake, by the way. Thank you for that.
And the
And-
flowers, did you get the flowers?
And the shoulder massage was really like
You want
inappropriate.
another one?
Yes, I do. I'll stay. I won't. I'll stay next week. I'm not. I'll cancel. I'll cancel my stuff next. Oh God. Oh yes.
And then the next week?
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, you'll be here with me every week until forever.
Forever. Scene. Go. Up. Up. Can't hear you, man.
It's so fucking cold. I don't even know why are we out here. Why'd you bring me here, dude? Like,
To see the penguins.
really?
To see the penguins.
You just showed me a picture, dude.
I know that now. It just somehow seemed easier. I'm not very good with Google. So
Seemed
I thought,
easier? You said, hey, dude, just come in your bathing suit. You don't have to wear, like, dress for the weather, and then this is what you do.
Antarctica. I didn't know it was this far.
It's
They have to change planes in Tierra del Fuego.
where? What are you doing to me, man?
Dude, I'm sorry. But check out the penguins, man. You're like wearing little suits.
They are. I'm gonna die here, dude. I'm gonna
Maybe
die.
they'll lend you one of their tuxedo jackets or something.
Do you think they will?
Well, it's obviously keeping them warm.
Dude, let's go. Hey, little penguin dude. He's just ignoring me, man. He's not even paying attention to me. What is he better
crap.
than me? Like what?
I thought we'd wait for the sunrise.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't happen until November.
Bro, what the hell?
Oh,
shit. Oh god.
Scene. All right, and go.
Dude. Okay, I told you needed to go to the toilet. I don't know why we're here. We're so fucking far away from the damn toilet, man.
Well, whose fault is that?
It's not mine. You're
Who
the one
used-
driving.
Yeah. Who set up the sat nav in the Prius?
I did, but
Yes!
it's not the point, man.
Not the point.
Yeah.
You set up the sat nav in the Prius. I lost my job because I could not find where I work.
Why are we fucking talking about this? I need to go to the fucking toilet right
I'm
now.
trying to
And we're-
distract you. Andy,
Okay,
Andy.
let's have this conversation.
Okay, let's have this conversation.
Okay.
Why do you need to go to the toilet? Why? Think. Why?
Because I ate a fucking bad burrito.
Yes.
Why are we psychoanalyzing my diarrhea?
What would you prefer I did with it?
I want you to hold my hand and point me to the toilet.
Well, I can do that, dude. Here, come here. That other hand. Oh, no wonder you're so low. That's it. Okay, it's right here. There's a hole waiting to be dug.
I can't do that, man. Okay.
Just that's it. Left hand, right hand. That's it.
Hold my hand, bro.
I can't hold your
I can't do
hand
this
while you're
without you,
digging a hole.
It's already done. I just need you
Okay.
to hold my hand while
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. All right.
Let me breathe. Okay.
Okay, just breathe.
Okay, it's almost there.
Okay. Good
Okay,
thing
so what up?
Good thing I took Lama's diarrhea classes. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
here I
yeah.
go. Here I go.
Yay! Yay! Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I'm helping you. Yay! 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 Go team.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now fix the sat nav.
Okay.
Okay.
You got your tissue?
Okay. No, I don't. We're done. Scene. Joy, are you up? Are you there? Not really. Oh,
Yes.
no, you're not. Are you?
Hello? Am I heard?
You're sort of.
Sort
Uh,
of. Am I heard? Hello? Hello?
I hear you.
Ah.
Okay,
Ah.
let's try. Go ahead. Go.
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right, Joey. You know, I don't hold things against people. You know me. I don't hold nothing against nobody.
Well,
I don't hold nothing against nobody.
so are we going to go back to the things that we have been doing
Well, what about right now?
right now?
Yeah, right now.
Is it okay with your wife?
Do you remember 1988? Remember that year? You probably don't. That's the last thing. That's the last time anything was okay with her. Okay, so I'm not even going to check. I'm sure she'll be pissed off.
Does she know that we have an affair?
She doesn't call it an affair.
Oh,
She's,
your
she
wife.
just she calls it a mistake. She just says, "You're going to go make that mistake again this weekend." And I say, "Yeah, well, you know,
Then what did she say? What did she say?
to err is human."
Oh, so it's okay that we 2-1.
Yeah, we you know we are definitely a mistake, you and I. But my wife and I, we're a tragedy, so I'm moving up in the world from a tragedy
Oh,
to just a mistake.
so you're breaking up with your wife.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. No,
So what am I to you?
a mistake. A mistake.
Well, can
I'm
you do
hoping-
another
I'm hoping to graduate to just a really rotten idea, but I'll stick with a mistake for now.
Well, can you just make another mistake?
I will. You want to make one with me?
Yeah.
Let's have a kid.
Oh, cool.
Ah!
Like, let's make it 2.
Yeah, 2. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Scene. Okay. And I think I got everybody. Oh, okay. So that was at least for me, it was fun. Any thoughts or observations? You all did it. So, any thoughts about what you saw or did?
You were the snake in the forest.
Forgetting about me, what did you see in scenes?
I
How did it feel?
discovered the use of extreme emotions.
Scene dynamics. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was good. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Or,
I guess having to drive the scene more than usual, I guess, is something I realized for most of us.
what do you mean?
Well, like I don't know, with the decision with the cold area and whatever, I'm usually like just you get used to like feeding off someone else, but in this case, I kind of felt like I had to do a little bit more, or kind of. So,
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna.
No, yeah. I know what you mean.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, it's correct. You brought a brick. I brought a brick, you brought a brick, and we built something. But you brought a brick, and I wasn't going to bring the rest of the whole building.
Right.
I just brought a brick, same as you. I wasn't going to define things because that's nobody's job. Cool. Anyone else? Any other?
I really like what Andrea did with your scene, because it was like subverting expectation. Like you were expecting it was a normal relationship, but then again, it turned into like a psychiatrist relationship thing. So I was like, oh shoot, okay, that's nice. I love your facial expressions, Andrea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of psychiatrists psychoanalyzing my diarrhea, that was a very memorable line, dude. Never thought.
Any other thoughts about the scenes? Anything you saw, or the ones that you're in? That any thoughts about how it felt? Good, bad, indifferent, whatever.
Matching the energy. Yeah. So there's a choice between you go down or you collide with the energy. It's but you don't have time to think. You just go with it.
Okay. Fran, how about you? What about our scene? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I like the part that we started with like the normal energy, then it escalated as we fought about definitions and stuff like that. But then when I tried to like diffuse it and go down, you went with it, but then you picked it up back again, and it's like it was just amazing. It was and I think comment to myself is I think I cracked out of character way too much. But,
I do that a lot.
It's fun when you got the snake and say, "This is the middle." This you like that.
Well, yeah. So I mean,
really believe there was a snake. I was so afraid.
yeah. Well, yeah. You should go towards the danger. You should do something. You're watching people on a stage do something. You want to see somebody do something. Since they can do anything, you want to see them do something that no one has ever done. So if there's a snake there, you pick it up, use it. Why not? Imagine what the people, you'd never think to do that normally, but that's the kind of thought you have to have. I've said this before. I used to play ice hockey, and sometimes I played goalie. And when you're a goalie, your reactions have to be opposite from normal. Normally, when somebody throws something at you, you duck out of the way. When somebody shoots a puck at you at 90 miles an hour, as a goalie, you have to quickly get into the way of it. You have to change your whole way of thinking and go towards the danger rather than away from it. If you go away from it, the puck goes in the net. So so if you flinch, like most people would, you lose. So you have to flinch toward the puck. So that's what you should be doing in improv, flinching towards the danger. Like how can I make this more dangerous? How can I make this more?
The nice thing about the Fran Tom scene is the shiny object was middle, and then they went over the edge, and it became literally a cliffhanger.
Well, you see, that's the thing that I do, and a lot of other improvisers I know do. They take a shiny object, and for me, the shiny object is you're lost. How do you know you're in the middle?
Yeah.
You're not in the middle. How do you know? I mean, it's stupid, but it's a word, and you grab onto the stupidest little thing, and make a big deal out of it. So it no longer was about really the situation that we were in. It was about me being so pedantic and ridiculous that I'm defining the terms that he's using while we're lost, and he picked up on that and accused me of being that kind of a person. So now it's instead of about being lost, it's about these two people who have this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's the deal.
Yeah. It's a perfect example of yes and yes, but yes, we're in the middle of the forest. Oh, yes, we're in the forest, but not in the middle. Yeah, because some people will say yes, we're in the middle. Yeah, but to give a different angle for it's nice. It's
Well,
amazing.
my thought process there was, what kind of a person am I?
Mm-hmm.
Not where are we in the forest, but what kind of a person am I? And I thought, I'm a person who nitpicks about stupid things. So whatever he would have said, I would have found some stupid part of it that wasn't good. In fact, the very first thing he said to me was "dude," and I nitpicked
Ah,
Yeah.
him for calling me dude.
we're good now.
So I'm that guy. So it's not about the forest ever. It's about us. It's always about us. So always find some little grain of sand inside that turns into the pearl. It's always that. That's always where it is, and you discover it. It's so cool. Like, you think it's about being lost in a forest, and it turns out it's about this stupid thing. It's about. Is it about diarrhea? It's about. Did you program the sat nav on the Prius? It's this type of person against this type of person. And yes, since you needed help with the diarrhea and you needed a hole and all that, of course I'm willing. I'm there. I'm helping you. I will. Of course I will. I wouldn't do it in real life if you paid me, but no amount of money you could pay.
Yeah, I also observed in your scene with Andrea when you had the ball rolling because she called her clingy, and Andrea felt it and found a way to shift the power with your love for cakes.
Well, what really got me was the shoulder massage. I mean, suddenly, okay, forget it. I'll stick with you, of course. And so at some point, especially if you're a character who's expressed some strong opinion and the other character is doing something, give it up.
Give it up.
Give it up.
Give it up.
Give it up. Because then the dynamic changes, and now you've got more energy in the scene if it needs to go further. And I was at her command at that point. She gave me the shoulder massage, the neck massage, and it's like, I am not going anywhere. I'm going to cancel everything. I know I'm not supposed to do this with you, but here I am, rather than keep arguing. No, I can't. No, I shouldn't. No, just give it up.
Andrea is dangerous to become a girlfriend.
Well, something like that. Yeah, she was inappropriate. Her character was in an inappropriate. To be saying complimentary stuff like that, and then to reveal that it's your psychiatrist. I mean, that's brilliant. That's that's her doing that. I didn't know I was her psychiatrist till she said that. I said, good. That gives us a power dynamic. That's now we know what's expected. So now we can do something that's not expected. So that
Cool.
is nice. Okay. How about any of the others? Yeah.
For me, I just want to add with our scene, there was a point there where I didn't actually yes end what you were saying. Like when you told me to dig a hole, and because I was aware of the brevity of the scene, I just said it's already dug. And because I was kind of fast forwarding the scene. And I don't know, for me, sometimes it's the little things that actually make the scene believable. Whereas what I could have done was just like, okay, it's done. There we go. Because that would have taken 3 seconds rather than say, it's already done. Okay, let's go.
That's a good thought.
It wasn't like a scene. It felt like, okay, I'm doing this because I want to move it forward as fast as I can. So I don't know, because for me, I don't know if that's right or not. But for me,
let me tell you the two answers to that. On the one hand, sure, it's right, and it didn't. I was glad it was dug because we didn't have to dig it. So that's nice, and we can move on. But the other answer to that is the only time that's in the way like, oh no, that's going to take time to dig that hole to do this thing, is when you think you know where the scene's going. Maybe the scene is about digging the hole, and you won't know that if you don't dig it. Maybe it turns out the hole never gets dug. So you had an end point in your head as to what was going to be the end of the scene, and that's also a thing that you should avoid. It was fine. It turned out great, but who says that the scene ends with you going in the hole? But there might be situations in formats that you do where you do have to do that because something that happened before, or if you're doing bunches of scenes in a narrative, maybe it's important that happened. So it's either way. But to do just an isolated 2-person scene, who cares where you think it's going to go? I had no idea. What was happening. I was just reacting. I didn't have a plot in my head that, okay, and eventually this happens. I don't know. So either way, depends on how you want to play it. Depends on the kind of director that you have, and if your director wants more of closed-ended sort of things or not, But I had no problem with the way you did it. Any other thoughts?
At least with RC and I was too focused on like the cold and then the weather more than anything else. I should have like focused on something else. I felt like
not at all. Does anybody else see that? Did anyone feel that? No. I mean, should have means that you think that the scene should have gone somewhere in particular. And once again, who knows? I mean, what if all your character said the entire time was, "It's just freaking cold"? What if that's the only words that ever came out of your mouth? It would have been just as good a scene. It would have been different. But who cares about the plot?
Okay.
Who cares about what I'm saying? I could be saying all this stuff, and you could just keep saying, "It's cold." That's perfectly fine. At no point did I feel like you weren't contributing something, or that you weren't moving it to the place that I was hoping it would go, because I wasn't hoping it was going to go anywhere. I was just enjoying every moment.
Gotcha.
But not really worried about where it was going to go. Literally, because we're stuck in Antarctica. Where are we going to go? So it's white and flat. So where are you going to go?
Right.
So it was absurd. We went to Antarctica because I couldn't figure out how to show you a penguin on my iPhone. That's pretty absurd.
Okay.
But it was grounded because it was true. It's true. I did do that in this scene. My character did get us to Antarctica. We changed planes in Tierra del Fuego and went all the way to Antarctica because I just couldn't figure out how to Google penguin on my iPhone. It's ridiculous, but we both believed it was true, so it was grounded.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I could have kept going. All these scenes could have kept going. That's the point. You know that you're not doing something right when you're in the middle of a scene and you hope it ends. Like, oh God, when is this gonna end? When do I get to stop doing this? But when it's at the point where we're like, oh, why did you stop us? We were going good. That means you did a good job. That it's almost like, do you drive your car till it's out of gas? No, you stop before you run out of gas. Hopefully, the same thing with scenes. You stop them before they run out of gas. Stop them when there's still some gas in the tank. So let's go through and do the takeaway thing that we do, which is one at a time. Just say anything that you take away from whatever we were doing tonight, tomorrow. We always start here. Joy, sorry your experience was so abbreviated.
Um, give it up and be bold to be in danger, in at
Mm,
risk.
yeah, and you do. So you do both of those things. So that's kind of cool. Fran, any thoughts in general?
Yeah. Oops, sorry. Yeah, the changing dynamics part, like for example, what happened? Yeah, with your scene with Andrea, it's just like what's going on here, changing how you interpret it and everything like that. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes. Andy, any thoughts?
Uh, the carousel that we did with you is so refreshing because having a scene with you makes us height the scenes because sometimes me I make scenes with like subtle, but with you it's like it's heightened and thank you.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you this. I wouldn't necessarily do it that much in person, but
Mm,
online in little squares, I believe that to do improv in little squares or rectangles, whatever, that you kind of need to push it a little bit more. You kind of need to turn it up just a little bit to make it work. But if we were on a stage together, I would probably underplay it a hell of a lot more. Lilith, anything?
The more I get into this improv workshops, the more I let it go. Just let it flow.
Mm.
Before I was kind of, but the more you let it flow, you just sink into it. It works.
Yes, it's it's the hardest thing for people to figure out, to just stop, to just it. Most people who learn improv, they don't need to acquire new things. They need to get rid of a bunch of old things. It's really true. There's very little that you need to acquire to be an improviser, unless you're doing short form and you need to know certain games or formats, but you can learn that in an afternoon. Andrea.
General observation. What made the scenes very believable for me is the commitment to emotions. Actually, with John, I really like that you were shivering the whole time. So the whole time, I believe you were in Antarctica. And and then my other takeaway is there is no should. There is no should. No shouldn't go there. Should happen? No. Anything can happen, and that's okay. And we just should just let things happen.
That's absolutely right. I'm glad you said that. And when I direct, and when good directors direct, they never use the word should. Here's what you should have done. Here's how it should look. They might tell you, here's what you could have done.
Mhm.
Here's you took this path. Here's what it would have looked like if you took this path. But that's just for that's for your own use. It's like, oh, okay, now I got these two things now. Fine, but not should. Who's to say what should happen? No one. John?
Yeah, I guess to add to that, it's just remembering just to be in the moment, not worrying about anything else or where else the scene's going. Just go with the flow and just trust in your partner and just where it goes.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that you thought you weren't doing that, and I almost always think that you do that. So maybe all your thinking happens after you've done the scene, and you think, okay, what did I do, and what should I have done? But when you're in the scene, you seem to do the right things. Things that work. Like Andrea said, I'm not surprised that you kept shivering. That's your thing. You do a thing and you stay with it, and you don't. You make it believable. So you are in the moment. But then later, when you're not in the moment, you look back and think you weren't, but you were. Joe Don, any thoughts?
For me, just to add what Andrea said about being true to your emotions, I think one of the most important things that you can do, and I realize this, is that you need to be grounded. And there's a place for being outlandish, but if your foundation for that is being grounded and true to your character, you're never gonna get lost, especially when you're overthinking about the rules of improv. Like, oh, there's a shiny object and stuff like that. When I get lost, I go back to being grounded. It's like, what would my character do if I believed I was this character?
Mm.
And it's just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna enjoy this.
Mhm.
So I don't know. For me, they kind of work.
Yeah. Well, I don't think of these as rules. I think of them as tools. And there's no one says what tool you have to use to complete a job. It's just nice to have tools rather than to just approach everything with an axe. Grounded. Yeah. Outlandish things. We did a lot of outlandish things. I think being in the Antarctic to look at penguins is pretty outlandish. I think a lot of the stuff we did was outlandish. Picking up a snake to describe what middle means is outlandish. But you're right, it worked because it was believable, and because I don't care what you say, I'm holding a damn snake, and this is what middle means. This is thirds. This is so yeah, absolutely. It's about being grounded. If you're grounded, you can do anything. You can get away with anything.
Got it.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you.
fun.
Thank you
Nice
for the
job.
extra Friday.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Happy
Everyone.
holiday.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.